Hello and welcome to the studio where we paint away the stress of everyday life here in Wales. I absolutely love my Sundays, I really do. Just looking down to my microphone, make sure that's working. Yes, so I haven't really given this a lot of thought because you know me, I like to paint off the cuff. So yeah, I've got an idea though. I have got an idea. But before we do that, let's have a look at the palette.
Hey, welcome, thanks for stopping by. It's time to learn with our friend Clive. So grab your brush, have a great time.
Thank you very much for watching that introduction, and let's have a look at the colours that I put on the palette. Because like I said, I don't normally plan anything. I just chuck some colours down, and I was looking at these particular colours. I've got some burnt umber, some Prussian blue, yellow ochre, yellow, and white and black. Now I'm thinking I'm going to add a little bit of red to my palette as well. So I got some cadmium red here because I'm thinking of orange. I don't want a lot of red, so I'm going to just put a spot of red there. There you go. So the plan today was, like, I come into the studio most Sundays to do my paintings, and I just like to relax and paint. So I thought maybe a beach scene today. Not so much waves and crashing waves and things, but yeah, I seen this lovely sunset, and I actually posted a couple of reference photos on the community page. If you want to click on the community tab, go into the main channel, www.youtube.com, Clive5Art, search Clive5Art or hashtag Clive5Art, go into my main channel, look to the community page and press that button for community tab, and I post a lot of reference photos and things like that I've acquired or taken myself over the years. So I'm thinking horizon line, and I'm thinking maybe the beach is way in a distance up there, and it's going to come down and it's going to come out like this and maybe come around like that. I may have a couple of rocks here like that as a little bit of a focal point. We'll have the waves are going to be coming this way in that direction today, I think. And I think I just have a bit of foam just coming in just like that. Maybe this will be a bit of wet sand. I'm thinking of a sunset or sunrise, so I'm going to be putting the sun in there and some clouds in the sky. That's what's in my mind. So without further ado, I'm going to grab a brush. Now a lot of people ask me, what brushes do I actually use? Well, I just got a selection of brushes, as you can see there. They're not in any good state really. I don't really worry too much about my brushes and stuff because I just paint to relax. So yeah, oops, I just hit my headset. There we go. Right, let's just get I want to get some bit of white, and I'm thinking small amount of Prussian blue just on the tip. There we are, small amount of Prussian blue. I'm just going to get this in, and I want this to be quite light there. The small amount I put there is easy. That to me is a little bit too much, to be honest. I need to get some orange in the sky as well, but I want to get that colour going in there. I'm going to get a small amount of burnt umber and some white on my brush. And I'm going to get this burnt umber. Don't want a lot of it. I just want to darken up that sky. There we are. Just a little bit more Prussian blue maybe. Yeah, a little bit of Prussian blue, a little bit of burnt umber. Now burnt umber and Prussian blue will make a black, so be very careful when you're doing this. I just want to darken this edge up. I'll show you what I mean in a second. So I just want to darken that edge up just a touch, like that. Maybe just a bit more. Maybe just a bit more. There we are. Just putting that in there like that. So let me wipe my brush. So we'll get some burnt umber there. Put a little bit of burnt umber. And then add a little bit of Prussian blue to that, and it'll go like a black colour. It's a lovely black actually. It makes for a lovely black, that does. We can get a bit of grey, a bit of white, and I'll show you can make a lovely grey from there. Look at that. And you can add a little bit more blue to it if you wanted a bluer grey, or you can add a little bit more brown, depending on what type of grey you're looking to make. But look at that lovely grey that we've made there. Well, that's a lovely colour. In fact, let's just utilise that. Let's just utilise that little bit of colour in our sky. There we are. Get a little bit more white, bit of Prussian blue. Darken this side up, just like that. It's quite warm in the studio today, so I am struggling. I haven't got my little pot of water there, so I'm just dipping this in my paint washer water. You can see just adding a little bit of moisture to that paint and just blending it in onto that area there. We've got that lovely colour. That is a lovely colour, I have to admit. Quite like that. So let's get some yellow. Now let's put some yellow there. There we are, just a bit of yellow, and I'm going to smallest amount of red. Whoa, smallest amount of red. Now that, again, a little bit too much. Be very, very careful when you're making oranges and things. And I'll show you another orange in a second. There we are. I want to put this in down there like that. Again, a bit of moisture on my brush. Pulling that in just like that. Getting that a little bit down there as well. And we'll get a little bit of that over there. Just like that. Very lightly pulling that in over that area there. Getting a little bit of white. A little bit of white, a bit of moisture, Whoosh. There we are. Dumpty 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 dum. Burnt umber, burnt umber, burnt umber and yellow. Look at this. How was that for a nice orangey colour? What a lovely colour that is. Look at that. Don't want it too brightly orange, but I want this to look a little bit of maybe sunset, sunrise. Could be a sunset. I would imagine this is a sunset, this one. There we are. A bit of that in there. A bit of that dark colour there. Just like that. Let's get this light white, nice white colour coming in. There we go. A bit of titanium white on the brush. I want to bring that up. Just like this. Bit of moisture. I'm playing with moisture today. If you're using a canvas panel or something like that, you'll find that your paint will absorb very, very quickly into the canvas fibres, and it'll dry very, very quick. Now the problem is with canvas panels and canvas is that you can't thin your paint down too much with water, because it'll flake off. Over time it will. Might not be immediate, but it will eventually flake off. Now I've got to be careful I don't turn this green, because we don't want green in our sky, do we? No, that's not a good idea. Let's just get a little bit of this white, pure white, just on the edge there like that, because we need to now wash my brush, check my cameras are all recording my sound. Right, let's get some more of this blue. Let's get some blue. Some blue and white. There we go. I'll just merge that in there like this. Just Get a bit of white. Get in a bit of white. Building this sky up in layers. That's all I'm trying to do, is build this sky up in layers. I'm trying to get this sky to look a little bit like as if there's some wispy clouds or something there. Just like that. Get a bit of this grey, bring a bit of that in. There we go. Whee, that's looking quite nice. I like that. That is looking quite nice. Let's just smooth that in a bit there. We need to get some clouds and things in, so let's just get some pure white and just put a few little flecks of white, just like this. The type of effect I'm thinking of maybe is like a mackerel type of sky. And don't forget, I'm just painting to relax, so I'm not expecting great things from this painting today, because it's not just about painting fantastic works of art. As I've said before, it's more about relaxation, it's more about mental health, and I like to paint for my mental health because it helps me relieve the pressures of the week. I love a Sunday because it sets me up for the following week, and just getting that time to just relax and have fun and don't worry about the outcome of things. We work all week and we worry all week about different things, and if we're just going to paint just for fun, then just paint for fun. And it doesn't matter what it looks like. You don't have to show anybody if you don't want to. Don't do what I do and make videos. I'm going to dry that off with a hairdryer. Well, I've just dried that a little bit with a hairdryer. Just run the hairdryer over it. Now I want to just get some more of this white paint, and I want to just put a light line, white line type of thing there, just like that. I want a hint of blue in that, I think, because this is going to be the sea, isn't it? There we are. As I've said many times before, you use a little bit of masking tape or something. Get that line nice and straight. Don't do what I do. I just like to play sometimes. And at the end of the day, this is only going to go in the bin anyway, so it doesn't really matter to me. So I'm not worried about it being perfect. So this is just a lesson, and I know a lot of you out there like watching me and just like to watch me and relax. And that is important. That is very important to me. It makes me feel happy knowing that I've got people out there that just like to watch me paint. I'm going to do the same this side now. I want to bring this type of landy type of colour. It's quite a nice dark orangey colour. There we go. Boom, 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 boom. It's only a bit of burnt umber and it's only burnt umber and yellow. There we are. Burnt umber and yellow. Just bring a bit of that in there like that. A little bit of yellow ochre maybe. Let's get some yellow ochre. Let's just get some yellow ochre there like that. Bit of white. Things are not working out as you want them to. Just play around with a bit of white, a bit of this and a bit of that, and see how you can get yours to look. I want this to be quite bright there. There we are. Maybe a bit of yellow there, a bit more orange up there. There we are. Straighten that line up a bit. There. Get a bit of this yellow. coming in. A bit of orange, I should say, not yellow. It's orange. A bit of orange coming in there like that. Orange and blue work really well together. If you look at your colour wheel, if you've got a colour wheel, orange and blue are complements. So this is a good combination. It's a nice combination of colours. There we are. So let's just wet the brush. I'm just going to dampen my brush now, and I'm just going to wet brush. No paint. Whatever paint's on there is just going to be spread about now. Just a little bit of moisture on my brush. All I'm doing is spreading this paint about the canvas just like that, and it's all merging together, and it's looking nice. There we are. Are we getting there? We are getting there. So I want a bit more of this blue colour just coming in there like that. Give a bit of Prussian blue, and let's just put a bit of shadow coming in like that. I mean, let's just turn my brush and maybe just do that. Ooh. Now let's get some brown. Let's get some of this burnt umber, and let's go to town. Let's go to town this side. Let's make this nice and dark here. There we are. Let's put some brown in there like that. Push it on there like that. There we go. Get a bit of yellow ochre now. Put a bit of that in there as well. Nice dark area. Merging that in there. Could be a little bit in shadow. We're going to put some rocks and stuff in there in a second. Right, let's get a bit more white. A bit more white and bring it into that yellow colour. Orange, yellow, a little bit of red. There we go. Let's just bring a bit of that in there. Right, let's try again. Let's just get some orange. So a lot of yellow and a very, 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 very small amount of red. It's better to add too little than too much, because you see that even then I put a little bit too much red in. Even then. There we go. Let's get some burnt umber. Pull another cross there like that. Bit of lighter colour there. There we are. Okay, I'm washing my brush. What are we missing? We're missing something. I need some white. I need a bit more light here like this. That's what we're missing. A little bit of light. A little bit of bright spot. We can get that bright spot. There we are. Get that bright spot and it can come. Just like that. A bit more paint. Twinkle, twinkle, twinkle. There we are. Let's get a small brush. If I can find one. Small brush, I'll do. Let's put a big old sun. Now things are starting to look a little bit more. Now things are starting to look a little bit more of a sunset, because that's our sun. This is our sea. This is our beach. So what we need to do now is we need to merge all that back together. So let's just get some white paint a nice wet brush, and let's just put this white all over. Oops, let's get this white all over. Put a layer of white over that, like that. Ooh. Dee 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 dee. Nice, nice. Yellow, yellow. Nice yellow in there. Building up this sand area. This is a sandy beach. A little bit of yellow ochre. It's got that. It's not an orange. It's like I don't know what I can say. The type of color I'm thinking of in my mind. We want to get this beach. Let's look at a bit more orange and maybe a little red, a bit more red, a bit more red. Back into that burnt umber. Back into that burnt umber. Let's put a bit of shadow texture in. Just like that. Bit of shadow, darken that area up a bit there. Wow, look at that. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? It certainly is. I think it is. I think it is. I'm just going to check my cameras again. Are all recording? Because they have been known to just die on me in the middle of a recording. Let's get some white paint. Same brush. I'm not changing my brush, if you've noticed. Right, we said we were going to have the waves this way, didn't we? So let's see if we can... pull these in. That's that. Pull it in back there like that. Look at this. Wow, that's nice. See, that's all definitely coming in. Maybe we got a few little stringers and things. Just a bit of foam pattern or something there, I don't know. There we are. We can increase the... just getting a little bit of thicker paint now, just to emphasize. There's a couple of wave crests and things and bits and pieces going on there like that. Nice pastel-y type of painting today. Bit more thick paint. Bit more thick paint. Just keep going for it. There we are. You get the idea. Not too much there. I don't want too much there. There we are. You get the idea. Wow, that's looking nice. That's looking nice. Let's get a toothbrush. Let's get our toothbrush. My toothbrush has gone hard, actually. That's no good. My toothbrush has died on me. We need a... Okay, I'm going to use this one. I'm going to get some yellow. Not as good as a toothbrush, but it'll do. Maybe sparkly white may as well. Looks like sand and the light is just sparkling there. Quick way of doing something like that. Let's put a bit more white on the brush. Maybe you can just about see this. All these little rocks and things have been highlighted, highlighted like that. There we go. That'll do. That'll do. That'll be fine. Right, let me just check my camera's working again. Yeah, when we think of the beach, we think of like, you know, like sand and blue waters and things like that. We sometimes it's nicer to play with colours. You don't know what you're gonna get until you start to play with colours. I think it's very important that we do that. Let's put some rocks now. Nice dark, maybe rocks there like this. Another big rock coming in. You just whatever size you want the rock to come in. There we are. Put another rock there. See, we can get another rock there. There we go. Just like that. Come on, let's just go for it, shall we? Let's just do a mass of rocks. Just do. There we go. Just like that. As Tommy Cooper used to say, the British comedian, not like that, like this, like that, not like that, like that. We could get a few stones and things, pebbles, and I don't know what this is. Yeah. There we are, just like a mass of rocks just there. Let's get our card. Come on, let's do it. Let's put some highlights on our rocks. There we are. It's marvellous how quickly you can just put some rocks and things in like that. You can get your brush. Let's get some nice bright colour. Highlight the edges of these. So you can use a mixture of two methods basically to get some highlights on these rocks if you wanted to do it that way. There we are. Just the edge of that one. Make it look as if it's just really catching the light. There we are. Just the top of that one there like that. And these are going to have a little bit of light catching them as well. There we go. That's all it is. Dark paint and light paint. Or scrape some off with a card. And all of a sudden you've got these. You don't even have to worry about painting certain types of rocks. Just a little bit of highlight here and there, and all of a sudden you've got those rocks. Nice pile of rocks there. Let's get some sand colour. Let's get this lovely colour. Come in there. It was a bit light that was, but it doesn't matter. Let's just rub that in with a. Let's just smooth that in. Let's just smooth that in there. Smooth it in. Like that. Make it look as if it lives there. There's paint a little carrot shape like that. There we go. Somebody walking on a beach. There's a shadow coming there. So far away. You don't need a lot of detail, do you? You don't need a lot of detail. A couple of seagulls, maybe. There you go. Very, very simple, easy. Wow. You don't need a lot of skill to do something like that. You really don't, do you? Let's be honest. Anybody can do this. Anybody can do this. Anybody. Anybody can have a go. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to try. All I want to do, I want to encourage people to paint. You can do it. Just have fun. Come in the studio with me every Monday. And I paint on a Sunday because it helps me relax, as I've said. And I think that's important. Let's put a glow in that water there now. Just like that. And it's just springing along. And it's just catching the tops. Oh, my rocks like that. Right, bright light. There we go. I'm happy with that. I'm going to leave it there because I've had such a wonderful day. Thank you very much for joining me today, and I will see you next week. Bye-bye.